Hello, and welcome to the Faculty of Arts Programs Academic Advising Session for the St. John campus. My name is Tanya Pitt, and I'm the Academic Advisor for the first year for students entering Bachelor of Arts, as well as the Certificate in General Studies. I've provided the Arts Advising website link. If you go to that site, all the resources you need to get registered for your courses, plus what I'm covering in this presentation, they will be available there. And if you need to email me, you can reach me at sjadvising, that's sjadvising at UNB.ca. So today we have 4 key objectives. By the end of this session, I'm hoping you have a general understanding of the Bachelor of Arts degree, and that includes any courses taken as a Certificate of General Studies student. Those courses will transfer into the Bachelor of Arts degree. How to select your courses for your first year of study, how to create your timetable for your first year of study, and keep in mind during the whole presentation, there's no required courses that you have to take in your first year of study. It's an open year, possibilities to explore different disciplines, areas you think you might be interested in, or areas that you know you want to take. Open year. Take what interests you. That's the best way to start your university studies. So your Bachelor of Arts degree is 4 academic years. What's an academic year? Academic year runs from September to April, and that's broken into 2 terms. That's the fall term, which runs from September to December, and the winter term from January to April. We also have a summer term, which starts in May, and can run 8 weeks, May and June, 13 weeks, May, June, July. Sometimes we offer courses just in the month of July. So there is a summer term that you can use to move ahead or to catch up, or maybe there's a course you want to take and it's not offered during the fall and winter. Any number of reasons that students do like to take courses in the summer. So each term, fall and winter, you would take 5 courses per term. So in your first year of university, you would take 5 in fall, 5 in winter. Year 2, 5 in fall, 5 in winter. So that's 20 courses. Year 3, 5 in fall, 5 in winter. Year 4, 5 in fall, 5 in winter, for a minimum of 40 term courses. So your Bachelor of Arts degree is typically 40 term courses over 4 academic years, doing 10 courses per year or 5 per term. Within those 40 courses, you have to meet your BA grouping requirement, complete a major in 1 discipline or a double major in 2, as well as some electives, and that can all be done within that minimum of 40 courses. The BA grouping requirement, we offer courses in 4 main areas. So we have the humanities, languages, social science, and science. Your humanities are things like English literature, classical studies, ancient history, Aboriginal studies, history, humanities, effective writing, philosophy, world literature. Languages are pretty self-explanatory, but it's a language that you don't already speak. So English is literature, not a language. So we have French, we have Latin, we have Spanish, and Latin and Greek alternate usually each year. Your social science or sciences are communication studies, economics, linguistics, politics, psychology, sociology, and your sciences are such things as, probably you've heard of these and did them in high school: biology, chemistry, physics. We also have computer science, geology, math, statistics, and we do have some science courses for non-science students. There are other courses available outside of these groups. There's introduction to business courses, so BA, business administration, HTM, hospitality and tourism, HSCI, health sciences, as well as UNIV, university studies. Eventually, you have to do 2 courses in 3 of these 4 groups. So you are able to take courses in the 3 groups that interest you the most, and you can avoid one group if you wish. Some students take courses from all 4, and you're going to take more than 2 in some of those groups, but the minimum 2 courses in 3 of the 4 groups, and you have the first 2 years full-time to do that. So by the end of your 20th course, we'd like to see your grouping done. Within those 40 courses, your BA grouping, as well as you either need a major in 1 discipline or a double major in 2. There's no such thing as a general arts degree, and your major is typically a concentration of courses in 1 specific discipline. So you have a love of English, philosophy, history, biology, sociology, politics, French, 1 discipline. So, and that's typically 14 courses. So 14 of your 40. A double major typically happens when students can't decide. They have a love for both history and English, and they don't want to pick one over the other. So you can do what we call a double major. So a concentration of courses in 2 different disciplines. And typically it's 12 courses in one, i.e. say psych, 12 courses in another, i.e. communication studies, for a total of 24 courses of your 40. So your available majors are biology, communication studies, economics, English, French, history, math, philosophy, psychology, sociology, and statistics. Double majors are available in communication studies, economics, English, French, history, philosophy, psychology, and sociology. And you don't have to have a minor to graduate. As I usually say to students, and they've heard me say it many times, they're a nice to have, not a need to have. And they typically just arise out of your own interest. So all of a sudden you're in the middle of your 2nd year and you realize, oh, I've got 5 English courses. Well, maybe I could throw in a minor in English. So sometimes they just happen out of interest. Some students plan for them. So I have a lot of students plan for the criminal justice minor because that area they know coming in is something that really interests them. So we have minors in biology, communication studies, computer science, criminal justice, economics, English, French, new this year, gerontology, history, information technology, math, philosophy, psychology, sociology, and statistics. So you can complete your degree, minimum 40 courses, with a single major in 1 area or a double major in 2 areas. It does leave room for lots of electives. So if you're doing, say, a major in communications, that's 14 of 40. You have room for 26 other electives. A double major in 2, so say communications and SOC, and I see a typo on that slide. I will fix that, psychology, and take out the D. A double major, so 12 in communications, 12 in SOC, for a total of 24, leaving you room for 16 courses and electives. So there's a lot of room in there to explore, to check out other areas that you think might interest you. So within the minimum 40 term courses, you need to meet your grouping, either a single major or double major. And if you want, you could do a single major and add in a minor. You could do a double major with a minor. There's numerous ways to put your BA degree together. There's well over 100 different ways you could graduate. So it's important that you do come to advising at least once per year, if not once per term. And I can help you explore some of those paths, looking at your transcript and talking about your interest, and let you know what some options for you might be. So how you're going to select your courses. You are going to need the BA grouping sheet, which we've looked at briefly, the new student academic calendar, which is also available on my Arts Advising website, the courses that are listed on that grouping sheet. To know what they're all about, the descriptions of those courses are in that Arts Advising calendar. So that new student academic calendar, that is a smaller version of the large university calendar that I put together just for the Faculty of Arts students. And it's going to have the information that you need for next year. So you'll need your grouping sheet and the arts calendar. Now there's 2 ways to go about choosing your courses. If we go back a slide, You can either read the title of the course on the grouping sheet. So say History 1101, European Experience. Well, what's that experience? What is that? Want to know more about it? Then I can go to the calendar and read the course description. Or I could sit down with the calendar, read through it, and put check marks beside each of the courses that interest me. So there's two ways to approach how to pick out your courses. So once you have a list of courses that interest you, and I would suggest making a list of courses for each term, one for fall, one for winter, read the course descriptions, then it's time to create your schedule. And that will be done from the timetable. So this is the screen that you come to when you first get to the timetable, and you're going to fill it in by term. And the academic level is undergraduate because you haven't graduated with a degree yet. You're going to look at all subjects because there's lots that you want to look at, or you could specifically go in and look at philosophy. Location, St. John, unless you have, private jet to get yourself to China, Toronto, even Fredericton or Moncton. We do offer courses in lots of areas. And we're going to look at classroom-based at this time. So we're going to take the list of courses that we found interesting for fall and winter, and we're going to go to the timetable. Now, how do I know if they're fall or winter? On your grouping sheet, behind the title of each course, it lists either FA, fall, WI, winter, or it says FA or WI, which means it's offered in both fall or in winter. You take it one of the two terms. So all of our courses are offered within a term. It's either in fall or in winter. It might be offered both, but you only take it once. So on the timetable, the first number you see on the timetable is the last number you need when you go to register for your courses. So that ID number is very specific to a course. When you get to the registration page, they call it a synonym. Not sure why it's two different things, but it's used. They mean the same thing for purposes of registration. The course, I've pricked out the example University 1003. If you click on the red course number, that will take you to the course description in the university calendar, or you can look up that description in the arts advising calendar that I've made for you. The section, SJ, is going to refer to St. John. If that says FR, you're looking at Fredericton. MO, you're looking at Moncton. CN, you're looking at China. I think it's ETO or EKO, you're looking at Etobicoke in Ontario. You want to make sure that says SJ. And then the section, if it's offered once, 01, twice, 02, 3 times 03, 4 times 04. Or sorry, 04. And then the A is for fall. So St. John, section 1, 2, 3, 4, this particular course, and A is fall. Notice section 4 has a notation that says for St. John College students only. So that course you cannot take unless you're here studying at St. John College learning English. So English is not your first language. Title of the course, everything I need to know in first year. I wish everyone would take this. Instructor, Dr. Taba. Just kidding. To be announced, we don't know who's teaching each section yet. The days, you actually go to class all of the days listed, don't just pick one or two. So the first section, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30 to 10:20, so it's 50 minutes each day. Twice a week, such as section 3, Tuesday, Thursday, 11:30 to 12:50. And sometimes there's courses offered once a week, say 7 to 9:50 at night for 2.5 hours. Last column is capacity. So each of these University 1003 sections will hold 30 students, and you can see the current enrollment numbers. The current enrollment will change will update twice a day. It could change more frequently or less frequently than that, but the timetable is updated twice a day. When it comes to planning your courses, you're only going to be in class about 12.5 hours a week. What we recommend is for each course you're taking, set aside 10 hours a week. That includes your class time. So if you're taking 5 courses at 10 hours a week, that's 50 hours. That's why we call it full time. First day of class, you will get a course outline. I should make sure you read that very carefully. It's kind of your contract for the course. And when you're making your schedule, keep in mind your commitments outside of school, because you will be, say, working part-time. Maybe you're helping care for a family member. Maybe you're volunteering. So know what your priorities are, what other obligations you have, and try and schedule yourself and the number of courses you're going to take so that you can succeed, because we want you to be successful. Once you've chosen your courses, and I had suggested writing them down by term, list them and list each section of the course. So at University 1003, there were 4 sections, but I only have 3 listed because section 4 was for St. John College only. So I list all 3 sections. I've decided I also want to take sociology, philosophy 1503, Spanish 1203, and communications 1001. So I've read the descriptions. These are what I want to take. I've written down each section as well as that ID number or synonym when you go to register. I've done that for both terms. Once you have this listed, then I suggest you start with the courses that are only offered once. So philosophy 1053 is only offered once, Monday night, 7 to 9:50. Are there any other courses listed that are offered Monday night, 7 to 9:50? If there are, cross them out. In this case, there's not. Communication Studies 1001 is offered Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10:30 to 11:20. And there are other courses on there that are offered on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10:30. So on the next sheet, I'll show you. I've then crossed out the 10:30 section on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of sociology and of Spanish because I want to take communication studies and it's only offered the once. So now I've got my philosophy, my communications, and now I'm going to decide I really want to take university studies. When do I want to take it? I'm an early bird. I'm going to take the 8:30 class. But if you're not an 8:30 person, why schedule it then? Look at another time. If you're not going to get up and come to class, and you need to do that on your own now, then don't do it. Look for another section. So in this case, I've decided I want university studies at 8:30. So I have 3 courses locked in. Now I have to choose what times I want the other courses. So if I'm choosing University 1003 at 8:30 and it doesn't conflict with anything else, do I want to take sociology at 9:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday? And when do I want to take Spanish? So I've decided if I'm here at 8:30 to 9:20, why not take Spanish at 9:30? I have communications at 10:30, Monday night, 7 to 9:50, and I'll take my SOCH on Tuesday, Thursday, 10 to 11:20. I'm a morning person. Well, I used to be, so I'm going to take it at 8:30 in the morning. However, there's another option. You could also take, what is it? Let's see. You could also take, instead of the 8:30 for university, you could also take the 9:30 instead, which would mean then you'd have to take your SOCH on Tuesday, Thursday, and then you'd have to take your Spanish on Wednesday. So I always suggest to students write down all of the sections that's scheduled once, cross them out on the any sections that conflict with that, cross them out. Use the process of elimination. That's the easiest way to make your schedule. Do that for both fall and winter. Once you've done that and you have your days and your times and your 6-digit ID code, now it will be time to register your courses. So at this point, it's now time for you to select your courses. Once you select them, get registered. Once you get registered and you have questions, please email me and ask me to do a review. In my email, I can be reached at sjadvising@unb.ca.